Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to do a quickie, kind of raw review here of the new Eden album Vertigo, an Irish project which is masterminded by one guitarist, songwriter, producer, multi-talented individual, Jonathan Ing. This is the project's kind of big debut record. I've been hit with a deluge of requests to cover this album just really out of the blue. Seems he's had some EPs and some singles released previously, but I haven't really been following much of any of it. I certainly see the appeal in what he's doing. I just kind of wonder if any of it really truly appeals to me personally. There's definitely an element of James Blake in his music, so if you love alternative R&B, if you love R&B that's a little bit sadder, more sorrowful, a little bit more moody, and with some interesting electronic sort of textures here and there, then I think you'll probably get into what Jonathan is doing on this record. There's also a bit of an element of, I don't know, some bedroom-produced glitch hop or something. There's certainly something glitchy and textured about it, but I tend to think a lot of the experimentation on this record is a little mild. And then, of course, you have some very heartfelt little guitar cuts on here that almost have like a little bit of an Ed Sheeran vibe to it. So thinking of all of those worlds sort of coming together, I do find it intriguing that he has such an odd and totally unexpected cross-section of influences coming together onto this one record. Very unlikely. While it does sound more interesting than the last Ed Sheeran record, and it does sound more interesting in a way than probably even the last James Blake record, which I thought was a little bit of a mess and kind of too messy and lo-fi to really kind of get my head around personally. I do still find it to be a little bland, or maybe drowning in its influences just a little bit too much. But still, there seems to be like a lot of raw talent here, a lot of somewhat interesting ideas. I guess I would like to see them just taken to a bolder conclusion the next time around. However, I don't necessarily see whether or not there's any kind of motivation for Ing to take things in that direction, because it seems like he has like a very young, bright, I guess positive-minded millennial audience that probably want him to keep his music sort of as light and sweet as it currently is. So while I do find some of the songs on this thing to be kind of sweet, in some ways it just kind of feels like the next logical step for, you know, just the sweet acoustic guitar strumming dude. Meaning just simply the guitar, simply the vocals, it doesn't cut it anymore, you know? You have to throw some electronics in there, you have to throw some elements of R&B in there. It's nice on the ears, but personally, I'm not really crazy about it, and I don't really think I'm part of Ing's intended audience either. Aging bald weirdos that have music review channels and listen to Death Grips and Motorhead. Still though, let me know what you thought of this record down in the comments. Since I have been getting so many requests to review it, I imagine that there is some interest on your part in this record. Why is it resonating with you? Over here next to my head is another review that you can check out. You can click on that or on the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Eden forever.